Hello everyone, Pastor Doug here. Today we are in chapter 34 of Genesis. So get out your Bibles and find chapter 34 and we will get started reading. Here we go. Leah's daughter, Dinah, whom Leah bore to Jacob, went out to see some of the young women of the area. When Shalem, son of Hamor the Hivite, who was the region's chieftain, saw her, he took her and raped her. He became infatuated with Jacob's daughter, Dinah. He loved the young girl and spoke tenderly to her. "Get me this girl as a wife," he told his father. Jacob heard that Shechem had defiled his daughter, Dinah, but since his sons were with his livestock in the field, he remained silent until they returned. Meanwhile, Shechem's father, Hamor, came to speak with Jacob. And Jacob's son returned from the field when they heard about the incident and were deeply grieved and very angry. For Shechem had committed an outrage against Israel by raping Jacob's daughter. And such a thing should not be done. Hamor said to Jacob's son, "My sons, Shechem has his heart set on your daughter. Please give her to him as a wife. Intermarry with us and give your daughters to us, and take our daughters for yourselves. Live with us. The land is before you. Settle here, move out, and acquire property in it." Then Shechem said to Dinah's father, "Brothers, grant me this favor, and I will give you whatever you say. Demand of me a high compensation and a gift. I'll give you whatever you ask me. Just give the girl to be my wife." But Jacob's son answered Shechem and his father, Hamor, deceitfully, because he had defiled their sister Dinah. "We cannot do this thing," they said to him. "Giving our sister to an uncircumcised man is a disgrace to us. We will agree with you only on this condition: if all of your males are circumcised as we are, then we will give you our daughters and take your daughters for ourselves, live with you and become one people. But if you will not listen to us and be circumcised, then we will take our daughter and go." Their words seemed good to Hamor and his son Shechem. The young man did not delay on doing this because he was delighted with Jacob's daughter. Now he was the most important in all of his father's family. So Hamor and his son Shechem went to the gate of their city and spoke to the men of their city. "These men are peaceful towards us," they said. "Let them live in our land and move about in it, for indeed the region has large enough for them. Let us take their daughters as our wives and give our daughters to them. But the men will agree to live with us and be one people only on this condition: if all our men are circumcised as they are. Won't their livestock, their possessions, and all their animals become ours? Only let us agree with them, and they will live with us." All the men who had come to the city gates listened to Hamor and the son of Shechem, and all those men were circumcised. And on the third day, when they were still in pain, two of Jacob's sons, Simon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their swords, went into the unsuspecting city, and killed every male. They killed Hamor and his son Shechem, and with their swords. They took Dinah from Shechem's house and went away. And Jacob's sons came to slaughter and plunder the city because their sister had been defiled. They took their flocks, herds, donkeys, and whatever was in the city and in the field. They captured all their possessions, descendants and wives, and plundered everything in the houses. Then Jacob said to Simon and Levi, "You have brought trouble on me, making me odious to the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites and the Perizzites. We are few in number, and if they unite against me and attack me, and my household will be destroyed." But they answered, "Should he threat our sisters like a prostitute?" Well, there's always trouble brewing when people don't look towards God and they determine to make things right on their own. And we see this play out here. We see his sons acting out of revenge rather than listening to God. It's controversial sometimes, but as always, I continue to encourage you to read this and gain more understanding. Pray about it and meditate on it. That's what we all have to do. We have to ask the Spirit to guide us and help us truly understand what's happening, what's going on, and what God is telling and what God is teaching the people of this time that we can take and use today for ourselves. So remember, I love you and I'm praying for you. And until next time, bye.